Okay. Now we got the Black Rabbit Company. I'm actually really excited because I do like Jorik's SCP quite a lot. Their work has been very fun to read. So here we go. One more time. The Black Rabbit Company. Here we go. Of the class multiple. Okay, that's a first for me. Anomalous organization. Like usually it either jumps between like saves or it gets like one of them saves and you could and all that, or like one gets cancelled out and then becomes something else. But multiple, that's different. Anomalous organization, anomalous human, modified uncategorized anomaly. Containment class active, hazard rating yellow. Standard containment policy. 6 one-person residential module wireless signal jammers installed. Amenity restrictions electronics. Dietary restriction liquid diet. Dash B, see document B met. Dietary restriction vegetarian, dash A1 and dash A3. Bi-weekly psychological review, Dr. Singh and Dr. Summers. Once monthly group phone call supervised. Special containment procedures. No attempts to isolate or move dash 1 are authorized until dash B's containment implants can be effectively replicated. In the case of dash 1's overcoming dash B's containment implants, dash B and dash 1 are to be terminated immediately. Dash A specimens are to be sedated and restrained before removal from containment chambers or in any situation requiring entry to the containment chamber. In the event of successful removal and containment of dash 1, they were expunged. Description: SCP-2085 is a militant anarchist organization consisting of 6 cybernetically enhanced individuals, dash 1 through dash 5 and B, operating under the name Kuroi Usagi Shidan. Yeah, the Usagi is rapid, and Kuroi is black. Yeah, so yeah. Okay, I didn't know the company means Shidan, but yeah, Kuroi or Kuro is black and Usagi is rapid. Yeah, okay, cool. Flexing my little knowledge of Japanese I got. SCP-2085 has been linked through what member... Wait. SCP-2085 has been linked through what member testimony can be verified to numerous criminal and terrorist incidents occurring between 2000 blank and 2000 blank throughout East Asia, Southeastern Asia, Australia and Oceania, and Western North America. SCP-2085's base of operation, if extant, is unknown, as are its connections to any other groups. The recovered assets of the group consist solely of equipment held upon recovery. The existence of other assets is presumed, but such caches have not been found. Verified operations include smuggling, theft, assault, vandalism, kidnapping, extortion, property damage, possession of fissile material, corporate sabotage, embezzlement, identity theft, fraud, copyright infringement, possession of narcotics with intent to sell, possession, transport, and sale of anomalous items, and tax evasion. Jesus Christ, that's a lot. The targets of these operations are primarily organized crime, hate groups, or groups otherwise classified as of interest. Strikes against governmental, military, or police targets will, while enthusiastically supported by the members of SCP-2085, appear to be much less opportunistic than their standard activities. SCP-2085's operations are typically organized to minimize the chance of civilian casualties and to maximize material and moral damage to their target. All offers made by the Foundation regarding cooperative agreements have been unilaterally rejected by all members of SCP-2085. 3 of 6 explicitly stated death was preferable to working alongside it. The Foundation. Yeah, no, we'd rather just die. We'd rather be dead than work with you. No offense, but just kill us. It's like, damn, okay. So, dash A. A subjects are 5 adult female augmented humans, designated A1 through A5. The subjects are genetic chimeras, each with an estimated 6 to 10 different gene donors. Subjects are fluent in Japanese, Mandarin, Chinese, Cantonese, Korean, Russian, and English, with additional languages varying by individual. All subjects display behaviors typical of autism spectrum disorder. Subjects display an array of genetic and cybernetic enhancement, including cosmetic genetic splices of fetus callus physiology, including ears, tails, and hair coloration. We got some cat girls. We got some cat girls. Tails are prehensile and capable of holding small objects. Grip pads on hands and feet. Retractable finger tip blades. Ocular implants with thermal vision. Heads of display and recording functionality. Carbon nanoweave. Carbon nanoweave muscle fiber augmentation reinforced endoskeleton. What the fuck? Trump just got shot? What? Brain-computer interface with internal hand drive. Wireless communications through local tactical network. Drug glands providing pain dampening, heightened sensory awareness, and altered pheromones. Well, I think to just just bring it up in the middle of this. I want Joey to, like, by the time this video comes out, people are like, yo, this happened. This is for Joey, man. Don't, like, Trump can wait. Trump can wait. Like, I don't. He can wait. These implants are uniform in drug glands, providing pain dampening, heightened sensory awareness, and altered pheromones. These implants are uniform in design and show minimal signs of modification after installation. Some cosmetic alterations have been made more recently. See document -A-EXP for further information. -B is an adult male human bearing the following cybernetic and genetic enhancements. Adaptation of the gastrointestinal tract for liquid diet. Esophageal input port and waste output port are integrated into the suit. Modification to regulate sweat, reduce abrasion damage from extended suit usage, and aid in the skin regeneration. Removal of genitalia. No! I mean, he just castrated. So yeah. Replacement of 11 missing dishes on the hands and feet. Internal drug pump typically used for painkillers. Containment implants for -1. See document -B explained EXP for extended information on all known enhancements. These modifications were accrued over a period of several years, the oldest dated to be installed in 2000 blank, and the most recent dating to 3 weeks before containment, from multiple sources, none of which have been disclosed, and all are significantly lower quality than those used by -A. Many parts of the -1 containment implants have been replaced or modified. -B is generally poor health, suffering from vitamin D deficiency, now lessened due to the changes in diet. Acute radiation syndrome symptoms indicate at least 3 doses of 2-GY, and heavy scarring from severe and repeated skin ulceration. -B is fluent in English and limited Japanese, and is generally cooperative with staff. -B wears an S 1035 ACES, Advanced Crew Escape Suit, at all times. Generally accompanied by a bathrobe and red-felt wizard hat. -B has been permitted to retain possession of these items to encourage further cooperation. Good. Keep the wizard hat. -1 is a fibrous mass of self-replicating carbon nanomaterials within -B's chest cavity, with growths protruding into the liver, pancreas, gallbladder, spinal cord, and left lung. The growth of the -1 and its consumption of -B's body tissues have been impeded through the addition of various containment implants used to serve communication between growth sections and control nodes and counter the replication process. -1's rate of replication without the influence of these containment implants is unknown. Dash 1's period of activity occur on average once every 3 months. The process lasts for up to 15 minutes and causes Dash B intense pain. Dash B has claimed to communicate with Dash 1s during these activity periods, though this claim has not been verified. Recovery report. The Foundation initially became aware of SCP-2085 on the 8th, 13th, 2000 blank, after the execution killings of 4 members of blank in Redacted, Texas. All 4 individuals were shot in the head before being hung from the sign of an abandoned gas station along Route Blank. A sign was affixed to each around the neck proclaiming fascist slaver rape. What? Okay. Damn. Among those killed was Agent Blank, who served as a federal liaison for the Special Personal Procurement Program. State and federal law enforcement were deployed, making initial contact with SCP-2085 at 1647 the following day. Recovery agents were deployed after confirmation of anomaly. Containment confirmed that 344 hour on, or 344 on 8th, 17th, 2000 blank in Redacted, Wyoming, and transport site blank for processing. At time of capture, total casualties caused by SCP-2085 numbered Redacted. Timeline of motions filed regarding SCP-2085. 8th, 18th, 2000 blank. Internal Security Department files a motion with the Board of Project Review requesting immediate termination of the subject on the ground of enemy combatant status and that they do not qualify for the protection of a contained anomaly citing present in similar combat interaction with members of GOY blank, GOY blank, and GOY blank. 8th, 25th, 2000 blank. Motion struck down incomplete threat assessment of anomaly. 8th, 25th, 2000 blank. Internal Security Department files motion with Internal Security Department files motion with Directors Committee requesting transfer of subject to ISD custody from Residential Research Department, citing SB-2085 as active security threat and anti-Foundation ideological hazard. 9/4/2000 blank. The Directors Committee fails to reach 2/3 majority. Case dismissed. 9/4/2000 blank. Internal Security Department Appeals Committee ruling. 9/12/2000 blank. Dr. Blank and research team present preliminary observation to Directors Committee. 9/15/2000 blank. Directors Committee fails to reach a 2/3 majority. 2 out of 3 majority. Case transferred to Overseer Council. 9/22/2000 blank. Overseer Council votes 7-6 in favor of Dr. Blank authority over SB-2085 to remain with Residential Research Department. 9/23/2000 blank. Internal Security Department appeals Overseer Council ruling pending. So what do we have here? It looks like we're gonna have like different interviews and all that, which I'm looking forward to. Okay, so we're gonna have all the different cat ladies, and then we will have the Mr. Wizard Man, and see what's okay. Dash A1, the DOB, POB are both unknown. DOC, A17/2000 blank. Height. Kind of ironic that they're like more like cats, but they're called the Black Rabbit Company. Unless no, Felix Catus, yeah. What? Interesting. Okay, height 200. She is 2 meters tall. Damn. Weight 83 kilograms. Hair calico. Eyes green. Other notes: sleeves tattoo on right arm. Prominent facial scar. By the way, Sino, I didn't want like make you feel like you ignored. Like I already saw what you said. That's so. I realized you caught up with where I am. Also, links. You seem to be confused about something. Was it like what I was reading, or the fact that what Howard said before? Entry interview. Researcher blank. Okay. Good morning. My name is blank. I'll be running your interview today. Please state your name for the record. Subject sits down at the interview table. I speak English. When you were reading, are you answering for links? Because I asked links that question, so I'm not sure you. Of course. Please state your name. Also, he must have like said it in a different language before. Gotcha. Major Motoko Kusanagi, representing the Black Rabbit Company. Because you seemed confused, because you were like saying huh. So I was asking you if you were confused about what I was reading, or if you were confused what Howard said before. Representing the Black Rabbit Company, and we have all names provided by -A. Subjects have been aliases down, drawn from fiction. Each member has a consistent pool of 15 names. Isn't Motoko? Isn't that who I think it is? It is not. We're good. Wait, hold on. I'm going to triple check. Yeah, it is. I fucking knew it. Motoko Kusanagi is from Ghost in the Shell. It's her. We got a Ghost in the Shell reference. Man, it's been such a long time since I watched Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, so it's drawn from fiction. Each member has a gotcha. Wait, what? Okay, listen. I was asking Lynx a question because he said "huh" a moment ago, and for some reason, Zeno, you answered for him. Because I was asking him like, wait. No, I'm saying you clicked off stream. What? So I was asking you what happened. Yeah, no, like, you asked me what happened, and I said to that, I didn't answer that because you caught up with what I was reading right now. And now I understand, so you were saying what I already read. Gotcha. But like the moment like that's probably shouldn't thing, I didn't even read that. Basically what you missed was when did you leave? Which SCP did you leave, Zeno? And let me get rid of this guy. There we go. The mammoth. Okay, so you missed on the you left on the mammoth, which was the. So you missed the Hoboken Bunyan emergency, which was the building that has a bunch of legs popping out, and they wanna have your shoes. And then you missed the Anabasis, which is a school building that shows you visions or hallucinations from a different reality where fascism was a lot stronger, and they basically used the school building as a as a shelter from the war. It was America against China. But I posted the summaries on Discord. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I'll go look at that No, I almost looked at that. Okay, now let's actually focus. Let's get this done. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here forever. And you are the commander of the organization, correct? Until someone else is selected to the position, yes. Noted. Now, if you would give me an overview of your organization, please. Goals, history, of activity, and so on. Pause. Subject looks confused for a moment before laughing. Well, what's funny? We kill at least a dozen of your people and let you on a 4-state car chase, and you toss me a softball question over coffee and donuts. You're not the US government. Wait. Hold on. Did you receive an orientation packet? It would have been a dark gray folder with a logo and new resident orientation print on the front. I have not. You've given me 3 sets of clothing in a toiletry kit. I'm terribly sorry. That should have been included with your things. No members of SB285 were presented with orientation packets and take to clerical error. This was rectified prior to the subsequent entries interviews. It's kind of funny to think of Monaco from Ghost in the Shell with cat ears now. I represent a non-governmental research organization that deals with unusual circumstances such as yourself. I'll make sure you get a packet as soon as we're done here. Just rest assured that you and your associates are safe. In the loving bosom of the man in black. It's not as bad as you think, I promise. A prison is no less a prison for the softness of its bed sheets. We're getting off topic, I think. You were about to tell me about the aim of your organization. Escape. Until then, direct action towards the destruction of fascism and the dismantling of the capitalist and colonial structures that support it. Everything else is commentary. Pause. You will let us go, you know. I'm afraid that's not an option right now. There's a door right there. All you need to do is unlock it. Whistle yourself out. I'm sorry, but they'll shoot you for it, won't they? Silence. I thought so. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Pause. This is not a home. We were just born here. The open road still solves the call. Second star to the right, straight on till morning. End log. And then post the SCP. Something's out of respect for us. Thank you, I appreciate that. Here we go. That was -1, which has a name from Ghost in the Shell. Let's see who -A2 is. Unknown, DOC. Age 17, 2000. Blank. Height 2. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking humongous. Also, after you should totally make this one of your short film list, I think it would be cool. Maybe. I have to think about it. I have to think about how to go at it from the styles I'm doing it. But I'll think about it. Weight, 124 kilograms. God, she's like 40 kilos heavier than the other one. Hair, black, white, bicolor. Eyes, green. Other notes, generally positive in interaction with foundation. Not only to think about how much this will cost to make. Ugh. Generally positive in interaction with foundation personnel and willing to answer questions. Accuracy of statements is questionable. It is unknown if this is deliberate misinformation. Deliberate misinformation has removed sleeves from all provided informations. Entry interview. Good morning, my name is blank. I'll be running your entry interview. Let's start with your name. Millie Thompson. Wait, shit, I just had one last time. Damn, Noi. Call me Noi. Well, thank you, Miss, Noi. Now, before we get started with the official questions, my associates wanted me to ask why you call yourself the Black Rabbit Company. They were expecting Black Cat. Well, there's a rabbit on the moon, not a cat. Association of the dark patches on the moon with the shape of a rabbit is a common motif in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean folklore. Wait, Afro, how did you post video but also stream? Well, I have them all already set up. They're all like scheduled. Like I've been saying, like every single video has been scheduled till like December. I don't have to do anything. I just pre-prepare it, and it just gets uploaded at specific times. After wait, that's a feature? Yeah, it's been a feature for a while now. And there was already a black cat company out there when we were coming up with the name. Some French art burgers or something. I see. You're not the first person to ask, don't worry. I wanted to call it a Cheesecake Gun Show Brigade and that got shut down. Shame, I like that one. On the real questions, what's your position with the Black Rabbit Company? Flex his arms and smiles. You see these guns, mister? I use my absolute goddamn it. Nobody to bear the shit out of fascists. It makes sense, she's fucking 2 meters, over 2 meters tall and weighs over 100 kilograms. It makes sense. That must be pure muscle. Which one came out, by the way? Which SCP just came out? Ah, yes. Yeah, that one. Thoroughly effective, no doubt. Can you tell me anything about the Black Rabbit Company activities prior to your stay here? Well, you already know about the car chase. Have you talked to the Major yet? We have. She didn't give of course, the one that's called what they call is the Major. Jorik, I love you, man. I love your work. I love this. That is awesome. We have. She didn't give us much in the way of specifics. Okay, so we did a little bit of everything, I guess. Assassinations, high security deliveries, birthday parties. Birthday parties? It was great. Minni-Mae went as the magician and she somehow managed to get Oscar and No way. Later interviews confirmed that those nicknames refer to A3, A4, and if I'm not mistaken, Jorik. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, you picked Oscar and Reyes from Evangelion. Am I right? Oh my god. Noi is also... There's not that many Nois. The only Noi I know is from Doro Hetero. So, Jorik, if you can tell me on Discord once you see this, is that the Noi you were talking about? I think Minni-Mae is the only one I do not know. Let me double check that though. I think that's the only one I do not. But I love it. I love that you picked those names. So there's a Minni-Mae that does exist, but I do not know her. And I'm not sure if this is the one. This might be the one. But yeah, let's go on. She somehow managed to get Oscar and Ray into the clown suit as her assistants. I have no idea how she pulled that off. Anyway, they just had to cut the cake when the skinheads showed up and the gunfight started. This was a child's birthday party, correct? Am I understanding this correctly? Yeah, the kids fucking loved it. Long pause. I don't know how to respond to that. You get used to it. I can keep going if you like. Got nothing but time to kill. Sure. Okay, so there was this time when we were up in the Kamchatka and we were breaking into this old Soviet bunker, right? Place hadn't been opened up in over 30 years and was overrun by psychics, and they're just sitting on some A-grade enriched plutonium. Wizard managed to talk them into a deal and got us inside. The Black Lotus dust we were selling them was all fake, of course, but they figured it out before we could get out, and so everyone started blasting, and so I stopped. Dash A2 continues in this manner for 3 hours and 53 minutes. I love her. Events, which, Jorik, I love that you picked. Of course, you picked the muscle woman, the muscle mama to be Noi. Dude, that means I know how Oscar and Ray will act. I know exactly how they will act. Dude, you and I, we are connecting. I just love your work so much, man. Events described were in order: raid on a sealed Soviet area bunker with presumed group B connections, breakup of sex trafficking ring in Shanghai, a spate of anti-police harassment incidents under the guise of a San Francisco pizza delivery service, a raid on a white supremacist militia in Oregon, the bombing of multiple cryptocurrency farms, ransom wave attacks against Silicon Valley tech startups, and the declaration of -A4 as Queen of Thailand. End log. Okay, let's go with -A3, which should be Minni-Mae, I believe. Unknown. Although like Minni-Mae was like is one of the all names didn't mention. So DOC A17 2000 blank height 185. Hey, only like 2 centimeters taller than I am. Weight 79 kilograms. Hair brown macro tappy, yellow, ice yellow. Although it currently shows signs of depression due to the extended isolation, potentially linked to divulge sensitive information out of concern with fellow group members. Good afternoon, my name is blank. I'll be doing your entry review. Please say your name for the record. Aisha Clan. Let me just look that one up as well. Because I feel like, oh, it's her. I haven't watched the anime she's from yet, but I know her face. It's from, I believe it's from, if I recall correctly. Actually, let me double check which anime this is from, if my computer can handle it. Outlaw Star, yes, I seen that face before. Okay, cool. Luckily, I didn't show images on here because there was one that was a bit risky. And you position with the company, field medic, translator, support crew. What can you tell me about your friend Wizard's condition? Oh, that. Wizard always says he doesn't want to make us worry about him, but we know what to do in case he has an episode. And what do you do when that happens? We get him his toolkit and we need to do anything else he tells us, then most of the time he can do it himself, but sometimes he needs more help than we can do in the field. When that happens, we have to contact some extra help. Can you tell me anything about these people? No, not really. They keep them themselves. Alright, if you tell me anything else about this condition, please. Wizard says Red talks to him, whispers all this horrible stuff to him when he's growing. That it's just going to eat away with him until there's nothing left. And that's what's going to happen to everyone eventually. It makes sense for a cancer. I haven't heard it. Can you tell me anything about Wizard's history? What he did before joining the company? Not really. He mentioned a while ago that he had a family, but he never brought it up. They probably think he is dead for that, or that he ran off, or something. He doesn't really have anything left from back then, so we're his family now. And he doesn't toss his old life away if there's something worth keeping hold of. End log. Written statement by -A3 blank 2000 blank. Kill us already. If you want our eyes and bones and computers in our brains, take it all. I don't care. It doesn't matter. But get it over with already. Kill us or let us go, and I don't care if we're thrown out blind and crippled, because at least then we're free of you. You give us 3 meals a day and a bed and a few books, and you pretend like it justifies locking us in like animals in cages or dolls on a shelf. You learn how to be polite, how to dress up in lab coats and say please and thank you and pretend like you have souls. Who do you think you're fooling? We know who you are, and you and your kin. You're all the fucking same. No matter if you say it's for the state or God or self-interest. You just like hurting people. You build an empire on corpses and call it a garden. After all we've done, all we've been able to survive right back in the place we escaped. Just pretty women in boxes. We're going to go to space. We're going to build a ship, and we go all the way up to past the sky and look down at the world, and we will have won. We'd have fucking won. We'll be alive. We'll have shown everyone that it's okay, that they can be free too. That they can be alive. We helped them, and now Nothing. You won, okay? You fucking won. I just want to see my sisters again. Incident A32, blank 2000 blank. Dash A3 reports self-harm and suicidal ideation to Dr. Singh during psychological review. Crisis plan implemented. Dash A3 enrolled in art therapy course on recommendation of Dr. Singh. Incident Dash A33, blank 2000 blank. Dash A3 makes emergency phone call to Dash A2 as per crisis plan, lasting 1 hour and 9 minutes. Follow-up phone calls have continued according to crisis plan schedule. Yeah, just let her talk to her sisters. Dash A4. DOP unknown. DOC A17 2000 blank. Height 203 centimeters. Back to being massive, but not as heavy as Dash A2. Weight 76 kilograms. Red long hair. That might be the Oscar one. Eyes orange. Extremely hostile. Has refused to cooperate. Yeah, that's Oscar. In any way confirmed by other members as cyber warfare specialist. Makes sense. Please state your name for the record. Raise his middle finger of right hand. Get on your knees and suck it. I understand your frustration, but cooperation will benefit you in the long run. Please state your name. Raise his middle finger of the other hand. I said, get my goddamn dick in your goddamn mouth and suck it, you inbred bootlicker. That sounds like a... If you require some extra time to calm yourself, then... Let me use smaller words. You, points at the researcher, blank. Go, mom's walking 2 fingers across the opposite palm. Fuck makes arm of honor gesture. Your mother makes wide circular gesture in the ass. Then on turns points to rear. I will give you one more chance. The corporation will determine the privileges you will receive in the future. State your name. Short pause. Dash A4 seems to contemplate the offer. Dio Brando. I suppose I will do now, Miss Dio. A4 punches the observation divider, creating a large crack in the pane. Subject smiles. A4 draws back, flexes fingers, punches the divider again, causing more cracks. Subject laughs. Researcher blank activates lockdown procedures, protective shutters is lowered, aerosol sedators are pumped into containment unit. A4 continues punching barrier as researcher blank exits interview. Muffled screaming. Cunt! Dio is also like, you know. Incident A4-11. Blank 2000 blank. Dash A4 claimed willingness to provide video logs of the group's former operations in exchange for the lifting of sanctions placed upon the subject. The offer was accepted, however, due to A4's behavioral history, the provided file was accessed in isolated network by D-class personnel in the case of viral, memetic, or computer hazardous agents. The provided video file titled backup.rv consisted of a 2-hour-long video of a feces-filled toilet, presumably recorded from A4's point of view, accompanied by an audio log loop of the folk song "Cope" by Nikki, as performed by the Red Army Choir. It contained audiovisual computer hazard-induced anaphylaxis and exudative diarrhea in the observing D-class subject. D-class subject died 4 minutes after initial access of the file from blood loss and oxygen deprivation. File was disposed of without incident. Smart to use the D-class. Imagine you had to deal with that shit. Sanctions placed upon A4 have remained in place. Okay, 2 more to go. A5. Unknown. DOC. It's all the same. Height 194 centimeters. Weight 80 kilograms. Hair silver blue. That's the Ray one. Eyes blue. While not hostile, subject has refused to cooperate or provide information. Noses deformed from numerous breaks. Ouch. Please state your name for the record. Molly. Millions. Alright, what's your role with the company? I put holes in heads using very fast bits of lead. Lead from a great distance. Can you tell me about the company's prior activities? No. Can you tell me about the wizard? No. Can you tell me about Red? No. Are you willing to answer my question? Are you willing to answer any questions at all? No. Dare I ask why you agreed to an interview? I'm bored. Wasting your time is fun. Researcher ends interview, blank ends interview without further comment. Incident A-5-1, blank blank 2000 blank. The following note was given to staff by -A5. It is the first communication between -A5 and staff since the entry interview. The note was as follows. I take a hammer and I break my legs. I break them for the better. Ugh. Incident -A-5-2, blank blank 2000 blank. Upon receiving breakfast, -A5 sat down and proceeded to sing Happy Birthday before eating. Of note is the use of us for the recipients. Incident -A53, blank blank 2000 blank. At 4:33, -A5 stared directly into the camera 4 without blinking for 3 minutes 10 seconds before saying, I thought what I do was I pretend I was one of those deaf mutes. Or should I? Incident A54, blank blank 2000 blank. At 20:30, -A5 began playing music through implanted speakers loud enough to be heard outside the containment chamber. This continued for the next 18 hours. -A5 slept through the entire incident. Let me just blast some Dragon Force and go to bed. Now -B, the wizard. unknown. Yep. EOC is all the same. Height 169 centimeters in average size. Weight 68 kilograms. Hair none. Eyes brown. Although notes cooperative with staff. Nationality cannot be confirmed. Age cannot be confirmed. Excuse me, my name is Richard Blank. Could I ask you a few questions? Oh, yeah, sure. Hold on a tick. -B puts on a bathrobe and moves his head, moves the chair to the interview window and sits down. There we go. Ask away. Alright, first, we were wondering if you'd be able to tell us about your history, your name, where you're from, basic information like that. Oh, I'm a space wizard. I come from space. That's not particularly helpful, sir. Shrugs. Call me Major Tom if you'd like. It really isn't important. I'm just a guy with a hat. If Joe Everyman and Joan Doe were a gay couple, I would be the nameless neighbor. I see. With that out of the way, we were wondering if you could tell us about your associates, how you met, how the company formed, and so on. Interesting story there. I was running around trying to fix this shit, Tap's chest. Scraping by with implants from some pretty shady characters. One of them turned out to do custom jobs for corporate execs who want some muscles or rich perverts who want sex toys. I was at the clinic to get some new parts, and when I'm going through the installation process, boom! Big explosion. And those 5 come barging out, gun blazing. I started booking it with my chest half open, because what else do you do? And then there's a lot of scrambling around trying not to get shot by the guy's business partners, and I sort of just end up trailing along as they flee the scene. Then we steal a boat and hightail it out of Japan. And then everything falls together. The company, me, we're out there on the ocean, stargazing, stuffing ourselves with instant ramen and cheap beer for the first time in ages any of us are somewhere we want to be. Pause. You better be treating them well. We're doing everything we can. Good. Could you explain to us the entity currently living inside you? Ah, Red. There's a lot to unpack. We have time. Red is, I don't know, a von Neumann probe? Some kind of god thing cast down out of the heavens? I don't know. It was inside a meteor and I was the first person on the scene. It was, or will be, immensely powerful. Color scale powerful. I'm afraid that this is mostly speculation. I'm working off what I get when its dreams drift into mine, or when it gets active enough to try and talk directly. You can communicate with it. No, it's one way for now, at least. I don't think it can hear me. It just rants, mashes everything together. And what does it say to you? Not so much words as just the feeling of it all. A lot of it I can't understand, but alright. It's a cancer. It grows and grows, it eats and grows and gets more complex until whatever it's living it's in starts breaking down. Well, it will outlive its host, it will keep growing. More food, more complex food. It dreams of a universe that's been forced into a final, orderly shape where it can devour all it's possible to consume, and so glutted on the universe floats down a perfect river of entropy until there's nothing left forever. It can do nothing but leech and wait for the end. But it's locked in a race against the same river for who gets to eat more of the pie, and it's being stonewalled. It hates us. Humanity. We are uneaten food going to waste, and we are so close and it can't get to us. Our existence is an affront or mar on its perfect universe. It hates me most of all, I think. I keep on going, and every second I stay alive, and red stays suppressed. That's energy down the drain and it can't ever get back. I think it might be afraid that it might lose. I don't think it's ever met resistance before. It tries to bargain with me, I think. It's not good at it, it just alternates between threatening more pain or offering some sort of perpetuation of consciousness. I don't think it cares which I choose, just that I break. I read a story once where there was a little red egg that can give you exactly what you want the most. And the cost is what you love best. That's red. Waiting right in here. Taps chest. For me to take the deal. It's called my bluff. And I intend to prove it wrong. One last question. Why the costume? This? It's just a symbol. A superhero thing. Easier to believe in than a person most of the time. Symbols are simple. People are messy. People can let you down. The world makes it difficult for people to believe in people. So we make it do with symbols. And what do you want people to believe in? What people could be. What they can do. That it doesn't have to end like this. That we can make something better, be something better. That we can keep going after we get the shit kicked out of us. That's easy to say. You take a look outside, we're all insane. Just a bunch of evil, angry apes murdering each other on a little ball of dirt, spinning pointlessly through nothing, doomed to a brief hiccup of existence before we extinguish ourselves. In our brief glimmer of awareness, with all the beauty of the cosmos arrayed before us, we choose to build a meat grinder out of our broken dreams and locked ourselves inside, content to sit in our box and sit there staring at walls, flowing down the river of entropy until we die. That's what we're fighting against. Lengthy pause. I've had 6 months to live for over 5 years now, and I don't want to meet certain call with nothing to show for it. Every day I wake up is borrowed time that I can't pay back, and eventually it's going to just cut to black, and if it's not ready, then it might as well be tomorrow. I mean, yeah, it's Joic. You should know that it's long. I've mentioned his name a couple times now. They're setting the world on fire out there. Gunning down kids in the street, stuffing folks with nowhere to go behind fences like they're cattle. Figuring out new ways to own the ideas in your head, while the topsoil blows away and the groundwater dries up. I can't save the world on my own, but I have to do something. Pause. I'm fucking terrified, you know. I'm scared of dying, scared of living, predict the future. But it's easier with them around. Pause. I want to watch the sun rise from orbit. Me and the girls watching the sun come up. Then I can die. I can die a free man, and maybe folks will say I was a good man. And the girls will launch my body into the sun, send me back to stardust. Pause. Yeah, that'd be a good way to go. Pause. In that moment, I will be lifted away from this wretched place and be free at last, and my soul will rejoice with all the brightness of the heavens. Second star to the right, straight on till morning. You know how it goes. End log. This was awesome. Joic, I always enjoy your work. That is guaranteed. Most of your work I have read, which I think, like, maybe some I've forgotten by now, but like, most of your work, I have to. I'm gonna put this alongside this one. I really do enjoy your stuff, man. There's something about you, how you write, the stories you create. I'm always gonna be excited to read one of your